Morning arrives quietly, as it always does. The sky stretches wide above distant cities, and the world begins to hum with life. Skyscrapers gleam in the soft sunlight, subways slide beneath the streets, and shops unlock their doors. People move, shuffling through their daily routine. Everything feels normal, stable, unchanged. But beneath the surface of our busy lives, beneath every step, every transaction, every handshake, there is a secret, a number. A number so large it's almost incomprehensible. $300 trillion. It isn't a figure you'll find in everyday conversation. It's the debt of the world, a debt that's already been spent, and yet it still waits to be paid. A debt that doesn't exist in the physical world, but in the systems we've created. A debt that governs everything, yet remains hidden in plain sight. And here's the most unnerving part. If the world tried to repay it all today, there wouldn't be enough money on Earth to settle the bill. So how does this system keep going? How does a world built on borrowed time keep turning without collapsing? The answer, strange as it may seem, lies in how we create money. For centuries, money was something real. Gold, silver, paper currency. It was tangible, something you could hold in your hand. But in the 1970s, everything changed. Governments abandoned the gold standard. Money became digital. It became numbers on a screen, invisible. Today, money doesn't need to be printed, it's created, quite literally, from nothing. When a bank lends you money, they don't take it from someone else's savings, they don't open a vault, they don't hand you physical coins or bills, they simply type a number into your account. And just like that, the money is real. It wasn't printed, it wasn't mined, it didn't exist a second ago, but now it does. And it works the same way as any other form of money. This is how our modern financial system operates. Debt creates money. Money creates growth. Growth demands more debt. The cycle continues endlessly. It's like riding a bicycle. As long as you keep pedaling, the system stays balanced. If you stop, you fall. The system collapses. So we pedal. Governments borrow. Corporations borrow, families borrow. We all borrow, and each time we do, a promise is made, a promise to repay, to deliver. But who are we really borrowing from, and who will be left to pay? Each time a crisis arrives, the answer is always the same: borrow more, print more, push the cost into tomorrow. We never really repay the debt. Instead, we extend it. We roll it over. We delay. Tomorrow promises to deal with the consequences of today, until one day, tomorrow arrives. And that's when the weight of debt becomes too heavy to ignore. We've seen this before. In 1929, the markets crashed, banks failed, credit disappeared, and the Great Depression followed. In 2008, it happened again. Lehman Brothers disappeared. The housing market collapsed. Governments had no choice but to intervene, to print more money, to bail out the system. Each crisis added more debt to the pile. Each solution made the problem worse. And instead of letting the debt collapse, leaders chose to print more, to inject more money into the system. And we keep moving forward. But each time they do, the debt grows larger. The sandbags pile higher, holding back the floodwaters of financial ruin. At first, it holds steady, but the weight keeps growing. Today, that weight is over $300 trillion. That's more than 3 times the entire global economy. It's the equivalent of borrowing 3 times everything the world produces in a single year. And yet, the system keeps moving. But here's the catch. The system doesn't work by paying off debt. It works by inflating it, by making money worth less, little by little, until we no longer notice. Governments borrow to pay the debt, banks borrow to pay the debt, corporations borrow to pay the debt, and you borrow to live, to survive. This isn't just a financial issue, it's a systemic issue. It's how the global economy operates. And the result? Wealth is pulled upward, like gravity. The rich borrow cheaply, buying up assets, homes, stocks, land. The poor borrow expensively, just to get by. Inflation rises, savings shrink, and the gap between the rich and the poor widens. The bicycle keeps pedaling, but it's the rich who have the strongest bikes, while the rest of us struggle to keep up. The truth is, the system works, but only for those at the top. For the rest of us, the cost of debt grows, quietly, gradually, until one day it will be too much. The cost of living rises faster than wages, the money you save today is worth less tomorrow, and the debt is silently swallowing us whole. So, what's the answer? The truth is, there isn't one. The system will continue until it doesn't, because this is the way the system was built. Debt isn't an error, it's the foundation, and we're all standing on it. But the real question isn't, how will we repay $300 trillion?